Good evening. Two police officers are in hospital after a knife attack which the Met has described as frenzied. The young officers were on duty in Leicester Square at around 6 a.m. when they stopped a man on suspicion of carrying a knife. In the attack which followed, one suffered massive blood loss after being stabbed in the arm. Her colleague was stabbed in the neck and chest. A man has been arrested. Sam Holder has more.
There may be a massive police presence on the streets, but violent crime doesn't stop just because there's a historic event. This morning, a stark reminder. At one of London's most famous landmarks, two Metropolitan Police officers attacked with a knife. At 6 a.m, a policewoman was stabbed in her arm when she tried to stop a man who was acting suspiciously by Leicester Square. Her male colleague then chased the man down and was stabbed 3 times in the neck and once in the chest.
The two officers were rushed to hospital. We were very, very, very concerned about them. Fortunately, that's now stabilised in hospital and they're both being treated. We remain concerned that the young woman officer, the injuries to her arm may still be quite serious and may potentially be life-changing, but that's yet to be worked through. It's a reminder to me that with all the calls for reform in the Metropolitan Police, which are absolutely necessary, we should never forget that we've got thousands of dedicated young men and women going out every day who are prepared to be brave for Londoners.
The suspect was arrested by other officers using a taser, a baton and spray. He's been charged with grievous bodily harm and assaulting an emergency worker.
Yeah, it's terrible, especially on the day with the whole mourning period of the Queen, and I don't know how people can do that.
It's horrible. You don't feel safe if 2 police officers are stabbed. Then how can you feel as like a normal citizen and feel safe?
The 2 police officers are just 2 years into their service.
It's a relief when I was first told that the officers' injuries aren't life-threatening. It's still very serious injuries. Just to reassure those watching this incident is not terror-related.
Nor related to the Queen's funeral, but a reminder of the local policing challenges that run parallel.
They've got the biggest operation in their Met's history being undertaken this week, but they've also got day-to-day policing of London. And we know that, particularly in the West End and in central London, that we do have huge amounts of crime. There are 32,000 Met police officers policing our capital, and we do owe them our thanks.
Monday's funeral will be the biggest operation in the Met's history. 36 kilometres of barriers in central London. Bomb sweeps already on a regular basis.
Those that are coming to London, the members of the public, you are always the eyes and ears. So please engage with officers, because officers will be speaking to you. And if you do have any concerns, or if you see anything that you think is out of the ordinary, then please speak to one of the officers that's on duty.
The number of police for Monday's operation was supposed to be announced today, but plans are being reassessed, partly in light of this morning's stabbings.
Sam, what's the latest on the officers then?
Well, Duncan, there was real concern this morning for both of them. They're okay. They're not in a life-threatening situation, but they have suffered really serious injuries. Now, to help the Met cope with challenges like this, the challenge of their biggest ever operation on Monday and the day-to-day struggles of dealing with London and its crime, officers from almost every force around the country have been drafted in to help. So if anybody goes to the funeral on Monday, you might see officers from Yorkshire or wherever it is. They'll predominantly be in Westminster helping out. But the 2 officers that were stabbed this morning at Leicester Square, they're both Metropolitan Police officers.
OK, Sam, thank you.